Welcome to the He's Got Issues DC Comics edition number 37. I'm John Cooney here to preview new DC Comics being released December 4th, 2013, starting alphabetically with Action Comics number 26. All hell breaks loose as Superman is caught between an alien menace and the superpowered soldier the U.S. Army is sent to kill it. Next we have Batman Superman number 6. Throughout the cosmos, one name commands respect and fear above all others. That name is Mongol. The world-conquering despot has his eyes set on Earth, and unless Batman and Superman can take down the mad, monstrous might of Mongol, the whole world will suffer. We also have Batwing number 26. Luke's journey to Italy gets him deeper into the criminal underworld. Unfortunately for him, that means fighting superpowered villains in a death tournament where he can't use the Batwing armor. Next, we have DC Comics Essentials Watchmen number 1, the unforgettable debut chapter that began the best-selling and most talked-about graphic novel of all time, is back in a new promotionally priced reprint. The saga of the Minutemen begins with a bang as the comedian is brutally murdered, but who could have killed him? We also have DC Universe vs. the Masters of the Universe number 3 of 6. After the shocking ending to issue 2, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe find themselves hunted by the Justice League. In the midst of the chaos, Skeletor's plan moves into its next dangerous phase. Next we have Detective Comics number 26. Batman works to contain a swarm of genetically altered killer bats, as well as She-Bat and other humans who have been mutated into Bat People. We also have Earth 2 number 18. The new Batman of Earth 2 tries to turn the tide of the war against the forces of Darkseid and Apocalypse, but even as new allies reveal themselves, the planet trembles before its new rulers. We also have Fairest number 21, a special one-off story written by Bill Willingham and featuring the return of fan-favorite gun-toting maniac Goldilocks, illustrated by exciting newcomer Megan Hetrick-Mirante. Next we have Green Arrow number 26. The Outsiders' war begins here. Oliver Queen finally knows the location of the Outsiders' base, but first he must return to the place where Green Arrow was born, the island. Secrets are revealed, new villains introduced, and a mind-blowing final page kicks off this new storyline with a bang. We also have Green Lantern number 26. Still in disarray after the events of Lights Out, Hal and Kilowog struggle to enforce the Corps' new directive against Star Sapphire Noel Ange. Having revealed the command of the Violet Light unlike any the Corps has encountered before, Hal makes an earth-shaking decision. Is his win-at-all-costs attitude exactly the kind of leadership the Corps needs, or is he walking them into their next trap? Next we have Hinterkind number 3. Having narrowly escaped becoming a meal for a Ligon-eating bridge troll, Prosper and Angus now find themselves prisoners of the tracker John Hobb and his motley crew. A long journey and an uncertain future far on the west coast awaits them, provided something even worse doesn't get them all first. The thrilling adventure continues in Hinterkind number 3. We've also got Looney Tunes number 216. Foghorn Leghorn knows all about clowning, and he's willing to help Egghead with his new project. Who needs that big book the boy's carrying around? Of course, when the big machine Egghead built starts turning out clones instead of clowns, who will help whom out of this sticky situation? Next we have the Movement number 7. The Movement has been taken down, and only the powerless Vengeance Moth is left to protect the streets of the Graveyard faction. We also have Stormwatch number 26. Storm Control decides to trade one peril to Earth for another while Stormwatch teams up with a mega-powered cosmic dynamo, and we finally get to meet Extreme X the Omega in the flesh. Next we have Swamp Thing number 26. The Avatar of the Green has something to prove, and he's going to do it by killing Animal Man and or destroying the world, not necessarily in that order. Plus the origin of Swamp Thing's newest foe, the implacable Cedar, in a story filled with cameos from some of DCU's darkest magical denizens. We also have Trillium number 5 of 8. The last love story continues to amaze in the book the critics at Big Shiny Robot call unique in its storytelling, dense and well rendered, a work of artistic craftsmanship that you just don't see in comics anymore. Have this title added to your pull list immediately. Indulge in the romance and discover how the fabric of the universe will never be the same. And we have Trinity of Sin, the Phantom Stranger number 14, a Forever Evil tie-in. John Constantine, Swamp Thing, and Nightmare Nurse have a plan for how to stop Forever Evil, to destroy the embodiment of evil itself, and they intend to draft Phantom Stranger into their war. But the Stranger has no intention of joining the new Justice League Dark until Constantine opens the door into the Stranger's past, revealing secrets that make him question everything he's ever believed about himself. Out in trades, we have Gears of War Volume 3, Dirty Little Secrets trade paperback. The best-selling Epic Games franchise continues with these tales from issues 14 to 24, featuring the story Dirty Little Secrets from best-selling author Karen Travis that bridges the gap between Gears of War 2 and Gears of War 3 video games. Next, we have Green Lantern Corps Volume 2 Alpha War trade paperback. When the Alpha Lanterns, the internal police force of the Corps, arrest Green Lantern John Stewart for the murder of a fellow Lantern, it sends shockwaves throughout the entire Corps, especially since Stewart refuses to defend himself against the charges. Now in these tales from issues number 8 through 14 and 0, it's up to Guy Gardner and the rest of the Green Lanterns to break Stewart out and bring down the emotionless Alpha Lanterns. We've also got Green Lantern Corps Volume 3 Willpower hardcover. The Green Lantern Corps faces their greatest threat ever when the Guardians deem them obsolete and raise the Third Army, but in doing so they unleash a far more dangerous threat, the First Lantern. Then, in the aftermath of the battle against the First Lantern and the Guardians, it's up to Guy Gardner, John Stewart, and the other survivors to try to put the Corps back together, or to decide if there should even be a Corps anymore. Join Peter Tomasi and Fernando Pesserin for the epic conclusion of their run in these stories from Green Lantern Corps number 15 through 20 and Green Lantern Corps Annual number 1. Next, we have Nightwing Volume 3 Death of the Family trade paperback. In this title, collecting Nightwing 13 through 18 and Batman number 17, the Joker returns to Gotham City and he's more dangerous than ever. The Joker sets his twisted sights on the members of the Bat family and hits them where it hurts. And for Dick Grayson, that means going after the family he's built up for the past year at Haley's Circus. We've also got Saga of the Swamp Thing Volume 5 trade paperback. This volume continues Alan Moore's award-winning run on the Saga of the Swamp Thing with issues number 51 through 56. Swamp Thing returns from hell only to learn that Abby has fled Gotham City, where he runs afoul of Batman, Lex Luthor, and the Gotham City Police Department. And we have Savage Hawkman Volume 2 Wanted trade paperback. Hawkman is closer to discovering who he really is and why he's being hunted, but with deadly assassins at his throat, he may never learn the entire truth. Collecting the Savage Hawkman number 0 and 9 through 20. Okay, so that's it for DC this week, but for more DC Comics fun, check out your daily DC on Facebook, and of course there are still plenty of other books out this week as well, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com to see both the Marvel and Indies videos for this week, as well as my featured video with the usual roundup of all my favorites for the week, with a little more depth and insight than you get here. And if you like these videos, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing. You can also follow He's Got Issues on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Tumblr to see everything I'm reading as I read it. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.